Et donc maintenant, c'est le tour de Angelo Porta avec Maria-Vittoria Gatti, tous les deux ensemble.
The floor is to Angelo Porta, and Maria-Vittoria Gatti. Together they're going to make a presentation. So Angelo Porta, since yesterday and still, a councillor by the Legambiente, and Maria-Vittoria Gatti, president of the association in nostri, tigli, Montafia. So thank you very much. The floor is yours now. Thank you very much. Good morning to all of you. I will speak in English.
Why these things happens in Italy. And then Maria-Vittoria will read a paper in French telling you the story of this happening. Okay, so very quickly, because I have no time. So this is the Memorial Avenue of Montafia in 2012. This is part of Montafia Avenue in 2013. Why these things happen? Basically, there is, I will jump some slide about what was the situation, some incident with the trees, okay, going here, that is a very important slide. This is the road law in Italy. There are two strips, the red strip and the black strip. Okay, the red strip is where trees stand on a road. The black strips are the private owner's place. Okay. Italian law says that outside town, and it is very important, outside town, an landowner can plant trees in the security strip at a distance less than the maximum theoretical height of a tree. This is from 1992. So it's not possible anymore to plant trees near the road. Basically, we should cut every tree here outside the town, because this is Follonica and the sign marks the end of the town. Let me say, okay, unfortunately, there was a sentence in 2010 in which an high court declared basically that what is valid for private owner is valid also for public administration. So starting from this sentence that condemned one man in jail for some months, all the public administration started to cut the trees along the road in Italy. This leads to incredible situation where, for instance, this one is Biella. If you crash the tree that is before the sign, you can ask money to the public administration. If you crash on the tree that is after the sign, you have to pay a fine. This is, okay, Italian. This is Italian. So, okay. Now, apart from this, these are also consequences on the soil. This is a photo from Asti province. This is another photo. If you cut the trees, the soil will not stay. So there are consequences. And the consequences also for the train. Okay, okay, let's start with Montafia story.
Bonjour à tout le monde.
Good morning.
Montafia.
Good morning now to all of you. Now, Montafia is a very small village of a microcosm of nature, history and story, and we find some houses scattered among the hills and with the beauty of the mountains and hills. Now, today again, there's a long line of limes along the streets, connecting to the center of the village. Now, during the Great War, there are still situations when the mayor of Molina decided to turn the street leading to the village and turn it into a memorial avenue. And so we were authorized to plant trees in 1926. And then a few months later, then the widow, Giuseppina Videi, who studied Giuseppe Rosso, was the godmother during the inauguration of the avenue with a wonderful promenade. And so time kept the souvenir, didn't erase the person. And with the souvenir of a devastating Great War, a long story to be told about everything which has been developed to create a new greenery, a new construction, the nice city, and with the new appearance of the countries and landscape, many things were lost, some were damaged, just like everything we think has been granted. But everything changes, but the lime remains majestic and immobile until November 2013. And so after they started cutting the trees along the Strada Provinciale in Montafia. Now, people sometimes start their celebration with the Memorial Avenue, and so we can say that everyone, and even the inhabitants in Montafia, forgot that it is still a Memorial Avenue. And so when part of the Memorial Avenue is still on the soil, then everyone notices the magic of this avenue, too nice to be destroyed, that it shouldn't fall into oblivion. And so we have to stop those felling the trees, and we have to force the municipality to interfere. And so in November, people managed to convince the mayor of Montafia, Maria-Vittoria Gatti, to sign an order to stop the felling of trees in the province of Asti. And so everyone realizes that it was full of meaning, deeply rooted in history. And so the village is restored and finds the pride of its existence again, with the environment, cultural and social environment, for a nice future and a new chapter of the history of tree starts, with the Association of Montafia, which was born then, and then managed to substitute the fallen trees with new trees. Many people were then aware of the situation, and so they started working at restoring the beauty of the landscape. We cannot replace trees sometimes when we are outside the city, but the solution was to maybe push the limit of the village so that we would be able to build up new trees. And so there's a long negotiation with the municipality. So the association organizes itself in working groups, and then after a few weeks, then we managed to get the approval of the deputy of the province in 1926 to build up memorial avenues. And so the story continues, and we managed to get the various necessary documents to be able to rebuild the story of the memorial, so that it wouldn't fall into oblivion. Now we are creating new projects, strengthening links to beautify the country. So month and month of work, contact, expectations, and then finally, end of October 2014, then the resolution, according to the law, then allowed to substitute the fallen trees. And so it is party. We celebrate cooperate with new initiatives, which we managed to raise funds. And then we start working in cooperation with the municipal office, with associations, with mayors, with the bishop, inhabitants, and then all the people of the village. And together now we managed to replant lime on the 29th of November 2014. Now the asymmetry of the avenue will be the sign of a new memory. And this is how beauty managed to do what no one else had managed to do. That is, unite many people who felt as a community, and also the users and the co-responsible people who shared a kind of gift. And the declaration of interest from the Regione Piemonte arrived in May 2016 with a law. And so Italian laws now protect the Memorial Avenue. And so this is how the story does not stop here, because the association continues, and in 2018 there was a book written collecting the story of all the soldiers who died in the World War I from Montafia and neighboring villages as well. And there are some other projects also which are ready to start in 2019 and beyond. Thank you. Thank you very much.